Welcome to the Avaya ACE Web Services Trainer video guide, Part 7, using the Message Drop and Blast web services. The final part of the video guide uses the Avaya ACE Web Services Trainer to demonstrate how a client application can invoke the Message Drop and Blast web services to enable a user to record a message at their endpoint device and either drop the message into an active call or schedule a message blast to broadcast it to multiple endpoint devices. Message Drop and Blast is actually an Avaya ACE application specifically designed to enable practical click-to-dial message recording and message broadcast capabilities to be included in customer relationship management solutions. Message Drop and Blast comprises a number of high-level web services that orchestrates some of the underlying Avaya ACE web services you saw in previous parts of this video guide, and which provides a richer, more focused set of capabilities. The green text box on the left of this slide lists those Message Drop and Blast operations that can be exercised using the trainer and which are demonstrated in this video. Those listed in the red box on the right are additional Message Drop and Blast operations that are available to client applications but which cannot be invoked via the trainer. For detailed information about the full set of Message Drop and Blast operations, see the Avaya ACE Web Services Guide, which members can download from the DevConnect portal. Message Drop and Blast controls are located on the trainer's Message Drop/Blast tab. Message Drop and Blast supports some basic third-party call control features similar to those we saw in earlier parts of the video guide, namely click-to-dial, end call, and get call status. Click-to-dial initiates a two-party call using the TR87 or SIP service providers. To demonstrate, we'll initiate a call from extension 82 to 83 using TR87. 82 goes off hook and 83 starts alerting. Looking at the SOAP messages, you can see that the trainer submitted a click-to-dial request, passing in the addresses of the calling and called parties. Message Drop and Blast returned the unique call ID, which is displayed in the active call sessions control. To get the current status of an active call, I select its call ID and click Get Status. The trainer parses the participant status information in the SOAP response returned by the web service and displays it in the call participants control. The full set of participant status information is similar to that we saw in part 3 of the video guide. Finally, to end an active call, select its ID in the active call sessions control and click End Call. The call is automatically terminated at both endpoints. Now I'll demonstrate how the record announcement operation is used to dial out to an endpoint device and prompt the called party to record and save a message. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to use the Media Store application in the remote lab to store and retrieve messages, so I'll keep the Use Media Store checkbox selected. If you want to use your own Media Store, deselect this option. Notice that when I hover my mouse over the Record Announcement button, the calling party field highlights yellow, indicating that it is mandatory. This is the address of the device at which the message is to be recorded. However, the Media Server user, title and description fields are highlighted green. This is because, although these fields are not themselves mandatory, the trainer uses the values entered in them to generate the announcement URL for the recording on the Media Store application server, and an announcement URL is mandatory. The Media Store application also saves these values in a database to provide metadata about the recording. I'll record the message at extension 82 and enter a title and a description for the recording before clicking Record Announcement. Extension 82 starts ringing. When I pick up, this is what I hear.
At the tone, please dictate your message. Press any key when you are finished.
School is closed until further notice due to the recent snowstorm.
Here's the message you recorded.
School is closed until further notice due to the recent snowstorm.
If you are happy with this message, press 1 and it will be saved. If you would like to re-record this message, press 2. Otherwise, press 0 to exit. Please wait while I save your message. Your message has been successfully stored. Thank you and goodbye.
Looking at the SOAP messages, you can see that the trainer submitted a record announcement request, passing in the address of the recording device and the announcement URL that it generates based on the Media Store configuration settings and values entered in the Media Store fields. The web service returns a record announcement response that includes the ID of the call in which the message was recorded. The SOAP message control also displays information returned by the Media Store application, including the saved message's unique identifier and its duration in seconds. We'll need these values later to play and broadcast the message to other endpoints. Client applications can invoke the review announcement operation to initiate a call to a user and play them a previously recorded message. To demonstrate, I'll start by selecting the Review Announcement tab. The review announcement operation requires me to enter the address of the reviewer, plus the Media Store username supplied when the message was recorded, and the message ID returned by the Media Store. The trainer uses these latter two values to generate the announcement URL of the message to be retrieved for review. When I click Review Announcement, extension 82 starts alerting. When I pick up, I hear this.
Here is your message.
School is closed until further notice due to the recent snowstorm.
Thank you and goodbye.
Looking at the SOAP messages, you can see that the trainer submitted a review announcement request, passing in the reviewer address in the calling party parameter and the announcement URL derived from the Media Store values entered. The web service returned a review announcement response that includes the call ID of the call created for the review. Client applications can use message drop and blast operations to play a previously recorded announcement to the participants in an active call. The message drop operation plays the announcement and leaves the calling party connected in the call. Alternatively, message drop and leave drops the calling party from the call before playing the announcement. To demonstrate these operations, I've selected the Message Drop tab and used the Click to Dial operation to establish a call between extensions 82 and 83. Message Drop requires me to select a call ID in the Active Call Sessions control, enter the duration of the message, and the Media Store user and message ID values that the trainer uses to generate the announcement URL of the message. When I click Message Drop, the announcement is played to both parties in the call simultaneously. School is closed until further notice due to the recent snowstorm. Notice that after the message finishes playing, both parties remain active in the call. Looking at the SOAP messages, you can see that the trainer submitted a message drop request, passing in the message duration and announcement URL and the selected call ID. The web service returned an empty response indicating that the request was successful. Message drop and leave is similar to message drop, but notice that when I invoke the operation, the calling party at extension 82 is immediately dropped from the call and the announcement is played to extension 83 only. School is closed until further notice due to the recent snowstorm. Finally, on this tab, the cancel drop operation can be invoked to interrupt a message drop request. To demonstrate, I'll drop the previously recorded message into an active call and invoke cancel drop as soon as it starts playing. School is closed until further. The announcement stops playing as soon as the cancel drop request is received. The message blast operation enables a client application to schedule the broadcast of an announcement to multiple endpoint devices. Message Blast controls are located on the Message Blast tab. To use Message Blast, I have to specify a future date and time that the announcement is to be broadcast, the duration of the message, the Media Store username and message ID that the trainer uses to generate the announcement URL on the Media Store application server, and a list of device addresses to which the announcement is to be broadcast. To demonstrate, I'll enter the values required to broadcast the previously recorded message to extensions 81, 82 and 83. Finally, I click the Message Blast button to invoke the operation. Looking at the SOAP messages, you can see that the trainer invoked the Message Blast operation passing in the values entered. The web service returns a Message Blast response that includes a unique blast identifier that the client can use subsequently to get status information or to cancel the blast. In this case, the blast ID is 5. Client applications can invoke the getMessageBlastStatus operation to get information about a particular blast and its current status. To demonstrate, I'll enter the ID of the blast I just created and click Get Blast Status. The trainer submits a getMessageBlastStatus request passing in the blast ID. The web service returns information about the blast itself and of the current status of the blast at each of the blast parties. As you can see, the blast itself is status pending. The status of the blast at each blast party is also pending, and therefore the percentage complete is 0. Alternatively, a client application can invoke the getUserBlasts operation to get information about the status of all message blasts that it has initiated. To demonstrate, I just need to click Get User Blasts. The trainer submits a request passing in the trainer's own client identifier, and the web service returns information about every blast that has been initiated from the trainer. Finally, on this tab, a client can invoke the Cancel Message Blast operation to cancel a scheduled blast before it is broadcast. To demonstrate, I would enter the blast ID and click Cancel Blast, but I don't actually want to cancel Blast 5. Instead, I want to show you what happens at its scheduled broadcast time. At the scheduled message blast time, the web service automatically dials out to each endpoint device whose address was specified in the list of blast parties. As each blast party picks up, the announcement is played to them. School is closed until further notice. Due to the reason. School is closed until further notice. Due to the reason. Snowstorm. School is closed until further notice. Due to the reason. Snowstorm. That ends the final part of this video guide, which used the Avaya ACE Web Services Trainer to demonstrate how client applications can take advantage of the capabilities provided by the Message Drop and Blast web services. Remember, you can install the trainer in your own development lab and run it against your own ACE Aura environment or the DevConnect ACE Aura remote lab. Download the trainer and request access to the remote lab from the DevConnect portal at www.avaya.com/devconnect.